Throughout human history, certain moments of scientific breakthrough have forever altered the course of civilization. These discoveries didn't just change how we understand the world, they transformed how we live in it. Today, we're exploring 10 scientific discoveries that fundamentally changed our world. From unlocking the secrets of life itself to connecting the entire planet, these breakthroughs have shaped modern society in ways their discoverers could never have imagined. Join us as we count down the top 10 scientific discoveries that changed the world forever. Discovery number 1. DNA, the code of life. Hidden within every cell of your body lies an incredible molecule, a twisted ladder containing the instructions for everything that makes you, you. This is DNA, the blueprint of life itself. While we often associate DNA with Watson and Crick's famous 1953 discovery of its double helix structure, the story begins much earlier. In 1869, Swiss physician Friedrich Miescher first identified what he called nuclein in blood cells. Decades of research followed, with scientists gradually uncovering DNA's role in heredity. The breakthrough came when Watson, Crick, and often overlooked researcher Rosalind Franklin determined DNA's double-stranded helix structure, connected by hydrogen bonds. This discovery revealed how genetic information is stored and passed down through generations. Today, DNA technology has revolutionized medicine, forensics, and our understanding of human origins. From genetic testing that predicts disease risk to CRISPR gene editing that may one day cure inherited conditions, DNA research continues to transform our world. Discovery number 2. Antibiotics, the bacterial defeaters. Imagine a world where a simple cut could be fatal, where routine surgeries were impossibly dangerous, and where common infections regularly claimed lives. This was reality before antibiotics. The story begins in 1928 with Alexander Fleming's famous accidental discovery. Returning from vacation, he noticed a mold contaminating one of his bacterial cultures and killing the bacteria around it. This mold, Penicillium, produced what would become the first widely used antibiotic, penicillin. However, it wasn't until the 1940s that penicillin was mass-produced and widely available. Its impact was immediate and profound. During World War II, antibiotics saved countless soldiers from deadly infections that would have been fatal in previous conflicts. Before antibiotics, the average life expectancy was dramatically shorter. Simple infections could become life-threatening. Today, these medications save millions of lives annually and make modern medical procedures possible. The discovery of antibiotics represents one of medicine's greatest triumphs, turning once deadly bacterial infections into treatable conditions and fundamentally changing human health forever. Discovery number 3. Electricity, powering civilization. The power that illuminates your home, charges your devices, and drives modern industry began as a scientific curiosity before becoming the backbone of civilization. While electricity itself wasn't discovered, lightning had demonstrated its existence throughout human history. Understanding and harnessing it changed everything. In 1752, Benjamin Franklin's famous kite experiment demonstrated that lightning was electrical in nature. But the real breakthrough came in 1831 when Michael Faraday discovered electromagnetic induction, the principle behind electrical generators. Thomas Edison's practical light bulb in 1879 and Nikola Tesla's alternating current system soon followed, making electricity widely available for everyday use. Today, it's nearly impossible to imagine life without electricity. It powers our homes, workplaces, transportation systems, and the digital infrastructure that connects our world. From the smallest microchip to massive power grids spanning continents, electricity has transformed human capability, productivity, and comfort, making it perhaps the most fundamentally world-changing scientific discovery in history. Discovery number 4. Vaccines, disease preventers. Throughout history, infectious diseases have been humanity's greatest killers. Then came vaccines, a revolutionary approach to medicine that prevents disease before it strikes. The concept began in 1796 when English physician Edward Jenner observed that milkmaids who caught cowpox seemed protected against smallpox, a far deadlier disease. His subsequent experiments led to the world's first vaccine. The science advanced dramatically when Louis Pasteur developed vaccines for rabies and anthrax in the late 19th century. By understanding that weakened forms of pathogens could train the immune system, Pasteur established principles still used today. The impact has been staggering. Smallpox, which killed 300 million people in the 20th century alone, was completely eradicated by 1980 through vaccination. Polio, once a global terror, is now 99.9% eliminated worldwide. Modern vaccine technology continues to evolve, with mRNA vaccines representing the latest breakthrough. By teaching our cells to recognize and fight specific pathogens, vaccines have saved more lives than perhaps any other medical intervention in history. Discovery number 5. Theory of relativity, redefining space and time. In 1905, a patent clerk named Albert Einstein published a paper that would forever change our understanding of the universe. His theory of relativity challenged the most fundamental concepts of physics: space, time, and gravity. Einstein's special theory of relativity revealed that time and space are not absolute, but relative to the observer's motion. His famous equation, EMC2, demonstrated the equivalence of mass and energy, laying the groundwork for nuclear power and weapons. 10 years later, his general theory of relativity explained that gravity isn't a force, but a curvature of space-time caused by mass. This revolutionary idea predicted phenomena like gravitational waves, confirmed a century later in 2015. While relativity might seem abstract, its applications are surprisingly practical. GPS satellites must account for relativistic effects to provide accurate positioning. Without Einstein's equations, your navigation apps would be useless. Beyond practical applications, relativity fundamentally changed how we understand the cosmos, from black holes to the expanding universe, reshaping our place in the universe and the nature of reality itself. Discovery number 6. Germ theory of disease, invisible enemies revealed. For most of human history, disease was attributed to everything from bad air to divine punishment. The true culprits, microscopic organisms, remained invisible and unknown until relatively recently. The germ theory of disease emerged in the mid-19th century through the work of scientists like Louis Pasteur and Robert Koch. Through careful experimentation, they proved that specific microorganisms cause specific diseases, a concept that seems obvious today but was revolutionary at the time. Pasteur's experiments disproving spontaneous generation and Koch's methodical identification of disease-causing bacteria established the foundation of modern microbiology and infectious disease medicine. The impact was immediate and profound. Once we understood that microbes cause disease, effective prevention became possible. Hand washing in hospitals, water purification systems, and sterilization techniques dramatically reduced mortality rates. This discovery transformed not just medicine but society itself. Modern public health measures, sanitation systems, and food safety protocols all stem from understanding the microbial world, making germ theory one of history's most life-saving scientific breakthroughs. Discovery number 7. The Internet. Global connectivity. In the span of a single generation, the Internet has transformed from an obscure research project to the central nervous system of modern civilization. The journey began in 1969 with ARPANET, a U.S. Department of Defense project connecting just 4 computers. This evolved into a network of networks, but remained largely limited to government and academic use. The true revolution came in 1989 when Tim Berners-Lee invented the World Wide Web, a system of interlinked hypertext documents that could be accessed through the Internet. His creation of HTML, URLs, and HTTP established the foundation of the modern web. The 1990s saw explosive growth as browsers like Mosaic and Netscape made the web accessible to everyday users. By the early 2000s, the Internet had transformed commerce, communication, entertainment, and information access. Today, nearly 5 billion people, over 60% of humanity, are connected to the Internet. It has collapsed distance, democratized knowledge, created trillion-dollar industries, and fundamentally altered how humans interact, learn, work, and live, making it one of the most rapidly transformative discoveries in history. Discovery number 8. X-rays. Seeing inside. On November 8th, 1895, German physicist Wilhelm Röntgen was experimenting with cathode rays when he noticed something extraordinary. A nearby screen glowed even though his apparatus was shielded. He had discovered a new type of ray that could pass through solid objects. Röntgen called them X-rays because of their unknown nature. To demonstrate their power, he created the first human X-ray image, his wife's hand showing her bones and wedding ring. When she saw the image, she exclaimed, "I have seen my death!" The medical implications were immediately obvious. For the first time in history, doctors could see inside the human body without surgery. Within months, X-rays were being used in hospitals worldwide. Today, X-ray technology has evolved into sophisticated imaging tools like CT scans, fluoroscopy, and mammography. Beyond medicine, X-rays are used in security screening, industrial inspection, astronomy, and material analysis. By allowing us to see what was previously invisible, X-rays fundamentally changed medicine, science, and security, making the invisible visible and saving countless lives in the process. Discovery number 9. Quantum mechanics, the subatomic revolution. At the dawn of the 20th century, scientists believed they had nearly completed their understanding of physics. Then came quantum mechanics, a theory so strange that even Einstein struggled to accept its implications. The quantum revolution began in 1900 when Max Planck discovered that energy is released in discrete packets called quanta. This seemingly minor finding would upend classical physics. In the 1920s, scientists like Niels Bohr, Werner Heisenberg, and Erwin Schrödinger developed mathematical frameworks describing the bizarre behavior of subatomic particles, particles that could exist in multiple states simultaneously, influence each other instantaneously across vast distances, and behave as both particles and waves. While quantum mechanics might seem abstract, its applications are everywhere in modern life. Transistors, the building blocks of computers, rely on quantum effects. Lasers, MRI machines, and solar panels all function because of quantum principles. Today, quantum computing promises to revolutionize technology once again, potentially solving problems beyond the reach of conventional computers. By revealing the strange rules governing the subatomic world, quantum mechanics has enabled technologies that would have seemed magical a century ago. Discovery number 10. Evolution by natural selection. Life's diversity explained. For most of human history, the incredible diversity of life on Earth remained a profound mystery. Why do species exist in their current forms? How did humans come to be? In 1859, Charles Darwin published On the Origin of Species, presenting compelling evidence that all species evolve over time through a process he called natural selection. Organisms with traits better suited to their environment survive and reproduce more successfully, gradually changing species over generations. Darwin's contemporary, Alfred Russel Wallace, independently reached similar conclusions, contributing to what would become evolutionary theory. The evidence was overwhelming, from the fossil record showing species changing over time to the geographical distribution of related species. Today, DNA analysis has provided even more conclusive proof of evolutionary relationships. Evolution by natural selection transformed our understanding of biology and humanity's place in nature. It underpins modern medicine, agriculture, and conservation efforts. Understanding bacterial evolution helps combat antibiotic resistance, while crop breeding relies on evolutionary principles. Beyond practical applications, this discovery fundamentally changed how humans understand their origins and relationship to other life on Earth. A truly world-changing scientific revelation. These 10 scientific discoveries didn't just advance human knowledge. They fundamentally transformed how we live, work, communicate, and understand our place in the universe. From the microscopic world of DNA and germs to the cosmic scale of relativity, from life-saving medical breakthroughs to world-connecting technologies, these discoveries have collectively created the modern world we inhabit. What's perhaps most remarkable is how recent many of these discoveries are. Most occurred within the last 200 years, a tiny fraction of human history, yet their impact has been greater than millennia of previous development. As we look to the future, New discoveries in artificial intelligence, renewable energy, space exploration, and biotechnology promise to transform our world yet again. If history is any guide, the most world-changing discoveries may be ones we can't yet imagine. Which of these discoveries do you think had the biggest impact? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating scientific content. Thanks for watching Top 10 Scientific Discoveries That Changed the World Forever.